I am a fourth-year undergraduate. In my final year at my university, I have faced many problems such as will I get a good job after I graduated? Will I be able to have a happy family for myself? Or even, will I even have food for tomorrow? Another problem that makes me feel stressful every time I think about is how should I respond when my relative asks me, how much is your salary? Although sometimes they ask this question because they want to show their care for you, but usually they are just curious and want to compare me with their children. Regardless, I will still be embarrassed if my salary is not good enough. Asking about salary is an example of prying into someone else's personal life with a personal question. This could be a double-edged sword. It may help you to build a closer relationship, or it could make your partner feel uncomfortable and not want to talk to you anymore. In this video, I will show you how Vietnamese people think about such personal questions based on what I have experienced. Firstly, let us divide Vietnamese people into two groups, old people and young people. About the old people, Vietnam is one of many countries that traditionally respect having strong bonds with others. We have a closely knitted family where great-grandparents to great-grandchildren can be close to each other. Our neighborhoods are also closely knitted, and everyone is always willing to help one another every time. So amongst the old people in Vietnam, it seems very normal when asking such personal questions. When you talk to a Vietnamese old man, it is entirely possible that you will be asked about your marriage status, your children, your salary, and so on, even if it is the first time that they meet you. How about young people? They are quite reserved when asking and receiving personal questions. I think there are two main reasons as why it is different between the young and the old. Firstly, from 1986, Vietnam opened her door and joined in the international community. This allowed foreign culture to enter and make an influence on traditional Vietnamese culture. Perhaps you may know in some cultures, asking personal questions is considered to be rude or impolite. Affected by this perspective, Vietnamese young people's mind changed a lot and they turn to believe that personal information is private. Another reason is the internet revolution that happened in the early 1990s that led to a huge development in information technology. Besides the many benefits it had brought into our lives, the internet revolution also brought new risks of information leakage. Therefore, it made people think carefully before sharing something about yourself to another person. Of course, the attitude toward personal questions still depends on the information sought by the question, your relationship with that person, and how they plan to use the information. To conclude, we cannot deny the influence of culture on one's perspective. Being able to foresee how people react to personal questions may help you to manage conversations better. I hope that this video will make it easier for you to be in touch with Vietnamese people.